Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the April 20th, 2023 solar eclipse in Aries, part 2 of 2. Now, it's important to look at other electional transits at this time because they will be accentuated and emphasized because they're taking place at the same time as the solar eclipse in Aries. Mercury in Taurus is going to make a conjunction to Uranus. By itself, this aspect can give innovative thinking. Being in Taurus, it may be associated with gardening, cultivation, agriculture, geology, or architecture. Many may formulate ingenious ideas to make money. Uh, with the solar eclipse being in pioneering Aries, at 29 degrees, the full culmination of the sign, it may be very auspicious to start something unique at this time. And you might have more people may have their mind on cryptocurrency with the Mercury conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So well, and naturally, this will be more, again, it's going to be more accentuated and emphasized because it is taking place at the same time as the solar eclipse. Now, Venus in Gemini will square Saturn in Pisces at this time. By itself, this aspect can suggest that many may feel alone and desolate. Despondency may come due to lack of self-worth. Venus in Gemini can manifest in manifold activities of enjoyment. Saturn in Pisces can indicate laborious work associated with the less fortunate, which can include the impoverished, the oppressed, the hungry, and the homeless. And also could also be those needing to be rescued. There may be a conflict between enjoyment and laborious work. Venus in Gemini may like mobility and can be restless. Saturn in Pisces may have that responsibility to relaxation, meditation, and rest. And the conflict of these matters can cause much tension and exasperation. The fact this is transpiring on a solar eclipse can make this more accentuated and emphasized. It's also important to look at other transits to your chart as they will be intensified and amplified because they're taking place at the same time as the solar eclipse in Aries. The transit Uranus is going to make a conjunction to my natal Saturn and Taurus in the 12th house. Now, this could manifest in a number of ways. Now, by itself, I mean, this could be about like the desire, of freedom, from something, that may have been, you could say, inhibiting, causing sorrow. It may also manifest in, it could be some kind of astrological, which is Uranus, and work, which is Saturn, that may help with a limited, which is Saturn, a monetary Taurus situation that may have been tied into secret sorrows, which is associated with the 12th house. It may be it could be friendship, which is Uranus, with an older person, which is Saturn, that may be very loyal, steadfast, persistent, patient, and persevering, which is Taurus, which may help me deal with 12th house restrictions and limitations. Now, in some instances, I believe this can result, this can result in doing something that may have seemed insurmountable or unattainable. Now, let's say, for example, this transit takes place in one's seventh house of competition. Now, another example, let's say that someone, is in a karate tournament, is sickly, and can't make it to the competition. You're called upon because there is nobody else available. It may seem like a daunting task. You may have certain ability in martial arts, but you don't believe you are good enough to emerge victorious against this particular opponent. Now, however, somehow the inconceivable occurs, and you find a way to conquer your opponent, even though you didn't believe there was any way this could happen. The exorbitant energy and even willpower associated with the solar eclipse may give us the more ability to do things that we didn't believe were attainable. I believe, the solar eclipse can often be serendipitous as well. What may start out as something negative may actually manifest in something positive. Now, let's say, for example, this transit falls in someone's 10th house. A person is let go from a profession associated with Aries, as some examples could be, law enforcement, surgery, combat sports, speech pathologist, a leadership or military position. Now, after being terminated from this position, the person notices, a fire at a house. Person gets an extinguisher and helps put out the flames. The same person winds up getting notoriety and recognition for the actions of courage. Also, the person is offered a position in firefighting, or the person makes contact with someone that notices the efforts and leads to another Aries position that is higher paying than the one that just ended. I want to talk about next. There's going to be an event takes place on this day of the solar eclipse, or at least starts on that day. From April 20th, 2023, which of course is the day of the solar eclipse in Aries, to April 21st, 2023, Emerge Americas will be hosting a conference associated with new technology at the Miami Beach Convention Center in Florida. Now, former renowned NFL quarterback Tom Brady will be one of the speakers there. Many entrepreneurs will be there, innovators wanting to showcase new ideas will be present. Aries is associated with things that are pioneering and new. The new moon solar eclipse is about new beginnings. This could be an event that may inspire attendees to become innovators or entrepreneurs. The first day of this event falls again on the solar eclipse, and it could give more significance and meaning to it. It may lead to a monumental new beginning for some people, one that could be very protracted and sustained and may be life altering. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.